Hello, crafty friends. Alright, I hope you have all of your materials ready and you're ready to get started on making this cute pop-out album. So, like I said in the first video, I'm going to show you how to make the base of the album just by using the one sheet of 8.5 by 11 cardstock paper, and then of course you can go back and add other papers and other embellishments to make whatever themed album you want to create. So let's go ahead and get started. Alright, I'm actually going to use this green piece of paper as my base paper. So the first thing, you want to make sure you have a pair of scissors or a paper cutter, either one will work, and also a bone folder. This works really great when helping to just make sure creases are nice and folded. So you want to go ahead and start in one of the corners and fold the paper down to make a triangle. And line up the edges as close as you can. And then I like to kind of crease it with my fingers first, and then take my bone folder to really make the creases stay down. Okay, then you'll notice that at the bottom of your paper you're going to have a long rectangle piece. And so what you want to do is we actually want to fold that back, and again align it with the edge of the paper. So just fold it back the best that you can. And I'm going to go ahead and take my bone folder here and go across. Make sure it looks good on the other side. Okay, and press it down here as well. And then, of course, that long rectangle piece will stay on the back side. Then go ahead so that you have your triangle here and fold it open to make your square. Now, once you have your square, you want to go ahead next, and we're going to take this top part here and fold it down to meet the bottom. And again, try to line up your edges the best that you can. Okay, that looks pretty good. And then once you have that part done, then go ahead and open it back up and then pop out your lower rectangle piece. Okay, now we're going to, you should have your whole piece of paper showing. So the next step is to go ahead and fold your paper long ways all the way over so that the edges meet again. We're going to press that down and take your bone folder and smooth it out again. And it's okay, sometimes bone folders can leave a little bit of marks or little white streaks on the pages, but that's alright because we're going to cover them up with other scrapbooking pages later on. Okay, so now go ahead and open up your full sheet of paper again, and let's just double check our squares. So in the first upper left square, it should just be a solid square. In the upper right square, you should have a diagonal line. In the lower left square, you should have a diagonal line. And in your lower right square, you should just have a plain square. Then, of course, we have two rectangles at the bottom. So what we need to do next is to either get your paper cutter or your pair of scissors, and we are actually going to cut out the left rectangle at the bottom. You want to keep the right rectangle on. So I'm just going to turn this around here and go ahead and take my scissors and cut up there, and then we'll cut across. And these little mini pop-out albums are so cute. You know, you can either make it as an album, you know, especially if you're running short, like for a baby shower or something. You can even turn it into a card, but they're so simple, and it's hard to believe they're made from just one piece of paper. So the little scrap that you cut here, you can either keep that to use later on something, or you can just discard it, whichever you prefer. So this is what the final finished base looks like. Now, the final step is to go ahead and do what we did first, and that is fold it over to make that triangle again. And let's go ahead and crease it down with the bone folder one more time. And we're going to go ahead and do this on both sides. Turn it over this way. And I'm sure that you're admiring my cool football tattoo. We just had the Super Bowl this weekend, so. Okay. So once you get this all creased, then go ahead and turn it back over. Now, this is the fun part. So after you get all of that finished, then go ahead and you want to kind of pop up on this side, that rectangle again that we did. And then go ahead and just kind of fold. You want this rectangle part and this rectangle part to kind of meet. So go ahead and have those meet, and then they're going to just fold down into a tiny square, just like that. And of course, you'll still have that little rectangle piece at the bottom. That's okay. So go ahead and take your bone folder, and I like to just go ahead and run it all over the little square. You do it on the back side too, especially on the folded parts. And then this part here, we're actually going to fold up. So this will be your back cover, and we're going to turn this little back piece that we left on into a pocket, and I'll show you how to do that in the next video. So let's take a look. So the final part for the base here, this is actually your front cover. And then when you open it up, it pops out into the album pages inside. And of course, on the back cover, we're going to turn this into a pocket. I'll show you in my third video how to cover it with paper and add some tags. So I hope you're having a happy, scrappy time, and stay tuned for video 3. Thanks!